So we talked about how it was the Game Awards. We have one game in common, Jeff. We'll get to that, but I'll save that because I know we have a game in common. So the Game Awards is a big week in gaming. It was also a big week in gaming because arguably, potentially, we shall see, 3 of the biggest games of the next, until Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, 2 years, 3 years, year, whatever it ends up being, all came out this week, potentially. This is a week where we saw Lego, one of the most beloved brands in the world, partner with Fortnite, one of the biggest games ever. They dropped a game. Oh, also a game, the guys, the folks who made Rocket League? Well, they dropped a game that's a racing game now, Arcade Racer. And, the folks who made Rock Band and all those great rhythm games, they released a new game. All one day after each other. You would think that these marketing geniuses would have wanted to space that out. These 3 companies releasing these 3 games back to back to back, except they're all in Fortnite. And they all came out in 3 days. And also, Jeff, your video is frozen. But these 3 games are all incredible. So I am going to be the person who's going to take a little bit of time to walk through all 3 of them. Jeff, your video's back. Because they are absolutely incredible. I want to start with Lego Fortnite. Lego Fortnite is Valheim in Fortnite. Not quite Minecraft, I would argue, because yes, you can.
So you're feeding on the blood of the people you kill?
Yes.
That Valheim,
Lego,
or am I thinking of a different game?
Lego blood. It's crafting, survival, and you can, go into individual sets and kind of build your own structure, but it's not like here's a 2-piece brick or something like that. It doesn't go that granular with the Lego bricks they give you to build. But my goodness, this is a complete, polished game. They say they're going to add to it and update it, and there are some weird, tiny little quirks here or there, issues, and I think some menu management that can be smoothed out over the course of updates. But to have this thing launched in this polished of a state truly blows my mind. It looks gorgeous. All the updates they've brought to Fortnite with the lighting and all of the visual stuff that's come to Fortnite exists in this. The world you spawn in that you can create is huge and stunning. The combat, if you're playing in the survival mode, is pretty fun and engaging. And you're going into caves, the push-pull to get your resources. Again, if you played Valheim or Minecraft or some of these other survival crafting games, you kind of get the basic gameplay loop. But Lego Fortnite does all of that really well. And I think that's the surprising thing. It's not the cash-in of we added Lego to it and it's in Fortnite and you're going to play it anyway. They really made a very good version of those games, again, with 2 of the biggest IPs in the world. It kind of blows my mind that this isn't just Fortnite. I guess they already kind of have the survival mode in Fortnite, was what Fortnite was. So maybe that's why they didn't want to do it. Or maybe this is their, devious plan to get younger gamers into the Fortnite ecosystem because it's Lego-wise and it's E10 or whatever it's rated.
Ding, ding, ding.
I mean, probably, but also it's incredible. Both of my kids have started their own worlds and are absolutely hooked. They're playing in the creative mode and having a blast just flying through the world, exploring, finding different things, building different parts, the way you build your structures. Like you unlock like a castle or whatever it is, right? And you click build, but it doesn't just like build the whole thing for you. It's like, great, here's the foundation. And then now you'll have 42 steps or whatever it is to build this thing. And so it feels Lego-like. Again, it's not like adding the thing and adding individual pieces, but it's here's this wall and you're going to do 4 of those walls. And then it's like, great, you've done step 1. Now here's step 2. And it kind of, you see what you need to do. And so even in creative mode, that is fun and satisfying for them to kind of go through and build and do these things, and a great way to introduce folks to using two sticks in a very non-stressful way of kind of manipulating 3D space, which I think is awesome. And then in survival mode, it's super satisfying to be working through those things. Again, that push-pull of resources and what you need and what you don't need and how far you can get to build this thing and what you're going to explore and what you're going to do and how it gets you to go out of your comfort zone. All of those things are really, really well done. Again, I think there can be some tweaks. You can't skip nighttime right now, even in the creative sandbox, whatever it's called, creative mode. Like by sleeping, it still is nighttime. That can be frustrating. So not all the dipsticks are there to kind of make those granular switches that you have now, especially in Minecraft. But there are some of them that I think are really cool in the survival mode. You can go through and turn off. Like I'm playing in survival, but I have stamina, temperature, and food all turned off because I don't find that part of those games satisfying. I like the enemies. I like the danger. I like the danger of nighttime, but I don't want to be like, I'm in the cold space. Let me eat my frozen berry. And I love that it just lets you do that. It doesn't.
There's a lot of survival games that do that kind of thing too.
Yes,
I think that's always nice. Yeah.
Yes. And so I don't think this is doing anything necessarily brand new other than that it's doing it with two of the biggest IPs in the world and doing it well. Like it's a totally complete package. My least favorite part about it is the home wrapper of Fortnite feels a little bit of like not a flea market, but like Best Buy on Black Friday, like there's just too much going on. And Roblox suffered from this very early on, and clearly that's kind of the Fortnite model now of expanding, but it's very busy, and X to do this and right bumper to do that and Y does this, but to load your world it's up on the D-pad, and like that kind of feels gross. But listeners, if you thought Lego Fortnite was just Fortnite but with Lego minifigs, it is not. It is a complete survival crafting game, and I have to say I would not be surprised if within 6 months it's the best. Like, I truly would not be surprised if they're able to iterate on it that quickly. It's phenomenal. Lego Fortnite. So that's one. Now, like I mentioned, they weren't done with that. They also released Rocket Racing, which is made by Psyonix, the folks behind Rocket League. This is the game I had the hardest time playing the ranked mode. I didn't play tons today, Sunday as we're recording, but this week I've had a hard time consistently getting into games. I'd get weird errors and kicked out of it. But it also is phenomenal. It's truly mind-blowing to me. And I don't know if they just copy-pasted the physics model from Rocket League or how much tweaking was needed to be done to make this game feel fast and frenetic and chaotic, but also tight. It's definitely an arcade racer, Jeff. If you haven't played, I think you'd love it because it's not crashing. It's not, Wreckfest, but it's so loose and so fast. And as it works you through the tutorial, there's never a break. It's like you're coming up to a corner, you better slow down, and you do that by drifting. And it's like, heck yeah, I do. And it's like, this next corner is really sharp. And I fully expect it to be like, I guess if you need to, you can brake. And it's like, so this corner, you're going to have to hella drift. And it's
like Mario Kart.
Yeah, that rules.
Yeah, and you just go into you hold X to drift, and you get the boost when you come off of it. And then it does a really good job of working through these beginner courses that I think are too easy, perhaps. But when you get into those higher level courses, so much of the game shines by you boosting and flipping onto the ceilings and onto the walls and kind of traversing around this race course in a really chaotic way where you're almost always boosting in or out of something, jumping and flipping onto something and driving upside down and then slamming it to the ground and doing a drift boost across a corner. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I think this game has maybe the furthest to go in terms of I could see items being added, a la Mario Kart, but I could see them leaving that out initially to kind of create that distance. And I think maybe it doesn't quite have enough of a hook right now to keep folks around long term if they've kind of ranked up, if they're able to get into those ranked races consistently, because it's like, the course, a race is a race is a race. But depending on how they iterate out it and how fast they get new content out, again, it looks gorgeous. It's bright and beautiful. And it's a home run. Again, probably the worst part about it, you launch it through Fortnite. Rocket Racing, phenomenal. Last one, spoiler alert, it's really good.
I sense a theme. The most exciting thing about the Fortnite festival is that they said that they're gonna in 2024 they're gonna add support for all the plastic instruments that I kept.
Oh my god.
That is a
That are
priority.
in my
Oh
closet
my
right over there
God.
collecting dust.
Yes, they say that their priority is to make all those instruments work with Fortnite Festival. And again, the Fortnite art style is just genius. You know, it can take any IP, any character, and make them look great in game. And then, as we've seen in the concerts they've done, that style really kind of harkens back to a beautiful looking Guitar Hero or rock band. And now, like seeing your character drop, and I was playing, I was playing as Cable because Cable is one of my, I love him as a comic book character, and I love him in Fortnite because of his ray tracing arm. And I was playing as RoboCop with my two mains that I was using in Fortnite Festival. RoboCop because of his ray tracing. And there's nothing better than like you kind of come out of the spawn point, like the rift or whatever. And if you have the guitar, you're in like this sick pose, like launching into this festival to play. And there's nothing better than being RoboCop and sitting back there on the drums to Lady Gaga. Like it's just, it's mind blowing to me that all these IPs, I don't know what these licensing agreements look like, but they're like, yes, RoboCop can lead sing. I forget the Lady Gaga song that's in it, or The Weeknd. You know, like yes, you could. RoboCop can lead sing The Weeknd. Go ahead, have fun. You want Cable on a bass guitar? You got it. It's so weird.
But is it okay? But that I love all that. But is it worth even playing now without plastic instruments? Like you're playing what a controller? You're just pushing B A B X Y.
So I think it is very worth playing right now. I think it will be better with a controller. But I'm the weirdo that liked them on, was it PSP, Vita? 3DS had the weird little or DS had the little attachment.
Yes.
But I like them on controller. This one broke my brain a little bit. So what it is, I'll hold my controller up. It's left, right on the D-pad, and then X and B, which if you look at it, makes sense because that creates a straight line. So like far outside is outside D-pad and X, and then mid in that and that. But playing it, I realized as an old person gamer that I never associate the D-pad hand with the button hand. Like it just doesn't work that way. So I need to be going like outside. What's the middle inside? Oh, of course, it's what it is on the controller, but it really made me rewire my brain. So in that way, I think it's super fun because I love games that make me rethink control mechanics, but also work smartly. Like that is, you look at it and you're like, that's how it's laid out. Of course, that's how it should play. And so it's super fun. I had a lot of hubris going in, and I was like, expert. I've played rhythm games my whole life. Let's go. I got
but not for 10 years or whatever it's been, 7 years since they came out. I could just jump right back in with expert because it has been years of my life that I haven't been doing this.
Yeah, I got destroyed. And so my nit for Fortnite Festival right now is there aren't tons of songs. I think there's only 8. And the song pricing looks like it might be a little spency. But on the pro side, it looks like they're going to just be doing, the Rock Band Live style, or what is that, Guitar Hero Live, like rotating in songs in and out. So they won't all be your favorite, but it looks like there will be free songs to play, get your friends together. And again, gorgeous, free, and all 3 of these games launching in the same week is gigantic. Absolutely, they're all home runs. Absolutely phenomenal.
When they support the plastic instruments, I don't know how they're going to do it, but if they can support
money,
the plastic
Jeff,
instruments
they have
I already
all of
own,
it'll be money. Money's how they'll do it.
Money, dear boy. Yeah,
I will play that though when I can use my instruments.
Same. I will play that at least once. Like I was in college in the mid 2000s. Like I understand. I remember reading AP magazine about all my favorite pop punk bands playing Guitar Hero on tour. Yeah, I will indulge in nostalgia in that way. What's so interesting to me, though, is like Facebook changed the name of its company to Meta, and Epic is the only company still invested in creating a metaverse. Like,
and they're doing it.
They're like doing it. Like even something like Fortnite Festival, which seems like it has the most kinks to work out, like that. That's just like Amazon Prime Video on top of Amazon Prime. That's just a nice perk you get.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
Totally.
And again, as mentioned, like a lot of your purchases, however you could define a metaverse, they're not NFTs or whatever, but like your purchases, a lot of them do carry over, which I don't don't understand the legal licensing. Maybe the answer again there is just money. But like your car, a lot of cars from Rocket League come over. Not all of your characters have Lego minifig versions, but a lot do. Again, I was running around as minifig Cable. They all seem to kind of come over to Fortnite Festival, which is bizarre. But in the most, I mean, gosh, the 4 people bands you can put together. Are you kidding me? Of all the I can get Alan Wake. I played bass guitar as Alan Wake, and it was incredible.
Oh my God. Of course. I can't wait until you can get Timothy Chalamet in there. Little Timmy Tim. I love him. Yeah.
There's got to be a Doom crossover coming.
We have so much more to get to. I'd